Hello, I'm Paul Pluta from Paul Pluta Prestige, and today I'd like to talk about the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore Chronograph. And to many people, this is one of the greatest watches of all time. And I got to be completely honest with you, I'm not a big fan of the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore Chronograph. I mean, I respect it for what it is. It is cool. It's a big sports watch. It's a beautiful piece of art. But for me, give me the Gerald Genta original classic shape and size any day of the week. And especially with Arnold Schwarzenegger versions, which are very expensive, I might add. I don't lust after an offshore chronograph. Although I do respect it for being a good piece. And I've got to tell you, one of my good watchmakers that I use, he said to me, he said, you know, just because these offshore chronographs look sporty, they look chunky, they look butch, he said, just remember, they've got very delicate movement inside them, and they're not going to be as robust as a Rolex or other pieces, or a Breitling, for example. So these offshore chronographs, they're great looking things, and they are beautifully made, but he said they're quite delicate. And I got to be honest with you, you know, I kind of the offshore chronograph is the kind of thing a lotto winner would buy. You know, someone who's a self-made man, who's quite elegant and classy, they'd buy the classic Royal Oak, whereas somebody who was a movie star, or like even a porn star who did really well, or a lotto winner, they'd buy an offshore. I don't know, maybe I'm being a bit harsh on it, but I do appreciate it. It is a quality piece, and AP is a great brand. Okay, let's have a look at the scoring there. I'm going to give it 8 for the brand. For the model, the significance of this model, and there's no denying it, this has been a hugely successful model for AP, and it's really helped them. I'm going to give it a 9. You can't give it any less than a 9 for this model itself in the AP range. For the movement itself, even though it's delicate, it's a bloody good movement. I'm going to give it a 9. The quality and workmanship of the piece, another 9. And finally, the Paul Pluta Prestige rating. And just because I don't lust after one, and I prefer the classic, that doesn't mean I hate the offshore. Okay? I like it, but it's just not my cup of tea. Okay? And it's a bit like, you know, you have some people who like Caucasian women, some people like Asians. For me, I'd never go back to a Caucasian woman. But that doesn't mean I don't find Elle Macpherson beautiful. And this is a similar thing. I'm going to give it a 9, because it is a great watch. Total all up, and that gives us 45 points. The Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore Chronograph scores 45 points.